Look
Eating
at that.
Mexican food, the only good thing about living in Arizona.
Yes.
Look at the
Oh,
cool
you got the
calendar.
calendar.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, it's interesting. Anyway, we have been live for like 5 seconds now. Welcome back to commentaries. We are doing Talons of Weng-Chiang. Let's hope this isn't as racist.
Oh, no. I'm ready for some good old-fashioned yellow face.
And in our break, we've had way too much Doctor Who stuff happen. I mean, the TV show's not coming back till 2017. Moffat is leaving, thank goodness.
I think Chibnall is the best choice they could have come up with to replace him, personally. I love
Yeah,
Chibnall.
everyone's like, oh, I didn't like his Doctor Who work, which, no, his Doctor Who work isn't perfect, but it also doesn't have overly high expectations like Moffat's original work did.
Oh, my.
I think that Chibnall's work on Doctor Who is better than it is on Torchwood. Like, his Torchwood work is really mixed.
His Torchwood work for Series 2 is solid, but Series 1 is very mixed.
Yeah, because you have, like, Day 1, which is kind of a disaster, but an enjoyable disaster. But he wrote Adrift, which is probably one of my favorite episodes. So
yeah, that's the one with the lighthouse and the crazy people, right?
Yeah.
He also wrote Countryside, which I really like because
everyone hates Countryside. It's note for note.
It reminds me a lot of a friend Sam and I have who is absolute insane.
Wait, who's
like
this? Which one?
Bishel.
Oh yeah.
See, I really like Countryside, but there's an episode of Supernatural that came a year before it that literally is note for note, beat for beat, the exact same episode.
Which episode?
Huh?
Which episode?
Of Supernatural?
Yeah, I watched Supernatural.
I don't remember the name of it, but it's the one with the cannibals.
Oh, okay.
I kind of hate Supernatural past season 3, but
yeah, I gave up like 3 episodes into season 7, and I was like, this is just gonna get worse and worse, isn't it?
You gotta love it because it's cringy. It gets really cringy and fan servicey. You gotta love it.
Season 5 was some of the worst television I've ever seen, and I'm gonna get crucified for saying that, but
I actually quite liked season 5, but I felt like season 5 was overly long.
Oh god, it just kept going on. It wouldn't stop. I don't know. I didn't like it.
But anyway, let's start part 4 if everybody is ready.
On the Doctor Who watching. What this is.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sync.
All right. So episode 4. I don't remember what happens in this one, but
this is the one. I remember the cliffhanger of this one, I think, because this is the one where they are riding off with the cabinet.
Okay.
I think.
I vaguely remember that. I don't know. Well, the cliffhanger of episode 3 was
Giant Rat.
I guess we'll find out in a moment.
Yes, by Robert Holmes. Part 4. Yeah. What's interesting is just in the last 3 weeks, Big Finish has announced so much stuff. Like they're doing. You know how you have the multi-doctor stories? They're doing a multi-master story.
Ooh.
I know, and it's Big Finish is doing a multi-master story. It's going to be Jeffrey Beavers and Alex McQueen. Alex McQueen is the audio master. Beavers is the guy from Keeper of Traken.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that. Is Anthony Ainley still, or is he? He's not alive anymore, is he?
No, which is really sad considering he was alive. He died in 2004, and in 2001 he was offered to play the master in Big Finish audio, but refused.
That is sad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so they gave it to Jeffrey Beavers because they had Carol and John in it.
Yeah, from what I've heard of Big Finish, it's pretty good. I think I've mentioned this before, but I've listened to Mission to Magnus. It's good, but it has one central flaw that pretty much means no matter how good it is, it's always gonna not be that good because of this one huge issue with it. And then there's also a lot of sexism, which is really questionable. But
that's because Mission to Magnus was originally meant to be made in 1985. 85 or 86.
I'm trying to think if it was made, if it was made back then, like actually to be put on TV, then people would have been up in arms. It's super offensive, but
Like, how so?
just there's a character who's a Time Lord, and Syl from Vengeance on Pharos and The Trial of a Time Lord is in it, and like there's a line where he asks him like, "What do you think of women?" And he's just like, "Oh, I can't stand them. They're awful." And it's really
I
offensive.
love that line, but that's just because it's Nabil Shaban, and he is hilarious.
Yeah, no, it's just a really offensive sort of story. But then again, it seems the women aren't much better towards men. It's pretty much just equally offensive.
It's pretty much everybody hates each other. The Doctor Who episode.
Just like real life. Jacob.
It is an interesting story. I also got the audio for The Power of the Daleks, The Evil of the Daleks and the Highlanders. Power of the Daleks is probably some of the best Doctor Who, and I'm so sad that it doesn't exist. But
I know that's why I hate missing episode rumors, because in 2013 I was like, please let Power of the Daleks exist, because I had already seen the reconstruction. It's like, this is amazing. This is some of the best Who ever.
yeah,
And it's like, oh no, we get Enemy of the World and Web of Fear, which again, Enemy of the World and Web of Fear, they're great. I love them. But Power of the Daleks.
that's one that I need to see. That and Fury from the Deep, I really want to see.
Oh, Fury from the Deep that's an experience.
I haven't actually listened to the
great.
audio. I've just seen the existing clips, so.
Yeah, guess what? The existing clips, ironically, out of context, they're a lot tamer than they are in context.
Really? Because they're pretty horrific, if I remember correctly.
Oh, it gets worse. You have a woman walking into the sea, just out of nowhere, and it is one of the creepiest things ever, because the music itself gave me nightmares.
Is this Doctor Who? You talking about Doctor
Yes, Sam, we get to watch it.
Who? No, I don't want to have nightmares again. Not after the incident. Mama.
What's also interesting, just about news, is that Doctor Who's, of course, being gone from Netflix in America, which is,
That's a dumb idea.
I can't watch New Who anymore, which I guess is a good incentive to just watch all the classic stories that I need to rewatch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm caught up. I've watched all of New Who.
Honestly, I'm not that upset about it, because I feel like give it a couple of months and it'll come back.
Yeah.
I feel, because the BBC are trying to launch this service in America where they can get stuff streamed.
Yeah, I think that the fandom is going to be too vicious to let it go away for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things. What's more hit is that Hulu Plus is getting rid of all their Doctor Who stuff as well on the same date, and they have about half the classics down there.
Yeah, I had like a free week of Hulu, and I watched Battlefield and The Awakening, which both really good stories.
Yeah, it's one of those websites. It's just a difficult thing to deal with. I mean, I don't condone piracy, but I feel like there's going to be a bit more piracy in the upcoming months.
I don't condone piracy, but if you were to pirate something, send the files my way.
And here we have Chang starting his descent into madness, I think.
Which is honestly probably one of the best things about the story. Of course, apart from Jago and Lightfoot.
Actually meet up, which is amazing. Also, the shame is Robert Banks Stewart passed away.
That is quite sad.
It's like he did the original inspiration for this story. Like, the basic premise of a foe coming back to like modern times from the deep future and like killing people.
I think that was a slight spoiler, but
Oh yeah.
we don't know.
We hate to say it. We tried to do this once. We tried to do 4, 5, and 6 once, but it kind of failed. Like,
what the hell? Alright.
we got like almost all the way through part 4 before everything went wrong.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
But tonight, nothing seems to be going wrong because tonight my brother is watching Grimm upstairs.
Knock on wood. You don't want to jinx yourself, Jacob.
it's kind of a shame because as good as a story this is, I think Weng-Chiang himself is one of the lower points. He's a really one-dimensional villain, and it's a bit disappointing in this story.
Yeah, I know Big Finish did a prequel about him with the Fifth Doctor. I haven't listened to it plainly because it is like release number 160 something, and I'm only up to release 75 in the main range, plus a couple of plus a bunch of extra stuff because story arcs. Oh, and this is. Oh, it's a Zelda. Oh, it's this scene. This is probably one of my favorite scenes in the story. Just the whole the Doctor at the theater.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Okay,
oh, yeah.
I think I may be confusing this with a movie or something, or does somebody try to assassinate him here?
Well, Chang does the whole bullet through card trick, like shooting a card.
Okay,
And
because
then he does the Chinese cabinet of death, where you like stick a bunch of swords into a cabinet.
Okay, yeah, because I remember, like just recently I watched the newest Mission Impossible movie, and there was a whole like theater scene where someone was trying to be assassinated, and I kind of confused the two for a second.
Yeah, that's an interesting confusion.
Yeah, they're really nothing alike, but
And of course, since the last time, the blog that I have has kind of taken. Well, I don't want to say it's taken off, but it's gained like 300 views.
Oh, nice. That's nice.
I read your Dalton and the Bannerman review, and it was pretty spot on.
Yeah, there were several things I wanted to insinuate, but I tried to keep everything like below 1,000 words, just because that gets a bit long.
Yeah.
Like Delta and the Bannerman, I have some interesting theories about the Shimmeron as a race, and how disgusting Delta and Billy's relationship actually is.
Oh
I
God.
understand what you're talking about.
I think the only thing I disagree with you about in Dalton and the Bannerman is I actually really like Gavrok as a villain just because of how awful he is.
I mean, to each their own. I want to make sure. I can't remember. What did I give that one? Did I give it like?
Certainly not a high score.
I know it wasn't high, but I want to say, was it worth it? Because it's a novel.
Oh, I have a fun fact about this song. It was the first song ever synthesized and sung by a computer. Fun fact.
What sound?
This song is the first song ever sung by a computer. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was also sung by.
I know. I know where you. Days. Everybody come on.
Daisy.
You're all singing along.
I love how Leela has no idea. It's like, I don't understand songs.
I like the fact that like if you were to go to like a huge concert hall nowadays and like be asked to sing along, like that's unheard of.
Yeah.
Like that would be.
They do it at you have to do that at the at a Christmas concert put on by the city's orchestra. Here you have to just sing a bunch of Christmas carols. It's fun.
Are you familiar with the composer Eric Whitacre?
No, I'm not.
Okay, he's one of my favorite he's my favorite choral composer. But he has an orchestral piece, I think, called Godzilla Eats Las Vegas. And the whole thing is meant to just be like a cheesy Godzilla movie, so the audience read a script as the band plays, and it's the funniest thing ever. It's hilarious.
This sounds amazing.
It's a really great piece.
I'll watch it after.
And like in the script, it's like Godzilla stomps on Frank Sinatra, and all these different. It's really funny.
I'll watch it.
Yeah. Though I have some good news. That kind of ties into the story. I will be performing in the orchestra pit for Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, you're doing Phantom? We're doing.
Yeah, one of the community colleges putting it on, and I get to, and because the conductor is my band instructor, I get to be in it, and I'm so excited.
Yeah, we're doing Meet Me in St. Louis this year, so that'll be fun.
And I'm not musically inclined, so I will be sitting alone at home, not doing anything with instruments. Because I'm pretty sure if I did anything with instruments, something bad would happen.
Okay, we had so many good jokes for this bit. I can't remember any of them.
Weng-Chiang likes sticking his sword in little Asian boys. Was that one? Or... No. Hold the pack of playing.
Now I will shoot you in the face.
Watch, he accidentally shoots Abraham Lincoln.
Man, this guy hates pronouns.
He does.
The doctor's like, fucking try me.
Oh, you're just gonna shoot me in the face? Fine, I'll put it right in front of my eyes. I dare you. The show must go on. It's like, I shot a ton of people learning this trick.
It's abdomen. Racist voice. This is my racist voice. It's like something out of Disney or Warner Brother World War II propaganda.
He's Chinese Jesus.
Chinese. The only true Jesus. Chinese Jesus.
And of course, Tom Baker's just like, I'll do it.
I'll do it.
Oh, here. Over here.
The British police always doing the job and not just wandering around someone's yard.
If you notice, that's pretty much all the police do in Doctor Who. I mean, at the beginning of Resurrection of the Daleks, police do nothing. Actually, no, they shoot a bunch of people, don't they? That's a lie.
Yeah, the police in that story are the Dalek androids.
I was thinking of Attack of the Cybermen, where there's the same police officers that literally do nothing in the story.
British.
Yeah, they're just sort of there because
they're just there because they're like, hey, Litton's gonna be in this one.
Look, it's a little
yes.
police officer.
You remember
And
that
then,
one?
of course,
guy
that
from
random
the one
police officer at the
story?
beginning of it, an earthly child. It's a pig in a basket.
This thing freaks me out.
I thought the term was pink in a blanket.
Until you find out what it actually is, and you're like, oh, that's kind of math.
I mark the story as the end of the golden era of Doctor Who. Like,
Talons
Doctor Who didn't get bad after this story, but like it was never I don't think it ever reached as much of a height as it did, bar of course, City of Death.
You know, I'd say that it about reached, well, for me personally, 3 stories later with Image of the Fendal.
And then he just walks off. It's like, I'm not gonna die today. I only have had this body for like 3 years.
And
I'm not gonna Colin Baker me.
Or more. Tom's just like, I'm only in my 3rd season. You can't kill me yet. Whoa.
So my next trick, I will turn into a white British man.
That was about the closest to an actual sentence he said throughout this entire story.
And Lemmy's like, let's just add extra flourishes because I am on a time limit and I have and I need filler.
Stereotypical Chinese music. Oh no! Oh. You're a phony! A big fat phony!
What I want to know is how many swords does he put? He puts in what? 15 swords?
That would be really boring for the audience, I think.
And then the doctor's just like, here you go.
They look bored as hell.
They're like, meh.
They don't understand.
When I first watched this story, I was so expecting him to open it up and something go terribly wrong, and his assistants just got swords through him.
Yeah.
Wait.
And then he screws up on the last sword.
Yeah. Oh gosh, we're taking another take. No.
And here we have a dead British person.
He dead.
No, Casey.
Trick. Not only is the guy dead, but he's a completely different person.
Man, good job.
It's real magic. I also love how it takes Jacob like a minute to realize, wait, he's dead. Oh gosh, the audience, close the curtain.
Close the curtain. What is the stuff in the background, Jacob? Explain.
You know, it's stagey stuff.
Is that an eagle?
Oh, the stuff in my background?
Oh yeah.
Well, I am a Boy Scout, and I recently attained the rank of Eagle, so that's like my Eagle Shrine, I guess you could call it.
The Eagle Shrine. Everybody should have a shrine in their house dedicated to the majestic eagle.
And Chang is like, oh, here's where Chang loses it, and it's like, oh wait, I screwed everything up.
Soil that! Soil that! Soil that! Soil that!
My husband has left.
And he's like, quickly poisoned myself. No, you don't get to do that.
You know, I think if you were to just make Chang's story, it would be kind of a Shakespearean tragedy.
Yeah.
Racist Shakespearean tragedy.
His great palace in the sky.
I failed him!
Oh, I've solved the story. I think, Weng-Chiang must live in Paradise Towers.
Of course! That explains why no one ever got to the swimming pool!
Oh my god. 3 episodes of just trying to get to a swimming pool.
And when they get there, Mel gets to scream some more.
Then when they get there, Mel's menaced by a plastic thing.
Thing is, I have nothing against Bonnie Langford.
I
I have
she's
nothing
fine.
against Bonnie Langford as an actress. Like, and she has a really good set of pipes on her.
Jacob,
Like,
that's really sexist. You don't just talk about someone's.
I'm talking about her voice, Sam. She
No,
can sing.
I know. I'm messing around with you, Jacob.
I really don't hate her that much. I find so many more companions infinitely more grating.
You know, she actually has a character, unlike a certain impossible girl.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I saw a poll on the Hoopy and Amino app that said, was Clara too perfect? Like,
It's like, yes, Clara is a Mary Sue.
Oh, I was just about to make a joke. Darn it, Jacob. I was gonna make a funny one too. I was like, Clara? I don't remember Clara. I just remember Mary Sue. It would've been great.
Honestly, with Clara, they're trying to do what Moffat was trying to do. He was trying to do something like what Big Finish did with Charlie Pollard when she met the Sixth Doctor, and it was all got really timey-wimey, and they made Six sort of forget her, but not really. Like, she forgot that it was... She basically switched it out for a different character, like, in his memory. And it was infinitely more satisfying because those adventures still happened and still had an effect on the Doctor.
Like, I just hate gimmicky companions and gimmicky villains and stuff like that.
Let's just hope they decide, hey, next companion, talking head of cabbage.
What?
Oh, you don't know. Okay, I haven't told you the story. Okay, so when when Liz Sladen left the show, Tom Baker wanted a talking head of cabbage as his next companion.
But instead he got Leela. And he hated her.
Now I just want to see the series with a talking head of cabbage as the companion.
Oh, man. We got a talking penguin, didn't we?
You know, Handel's the Cyberman head wasn't much different.
Yeah, but he was a Cyberman. He wasn't cabbage. I still had more personality than Clara.
Didn't have enough. He still didn't have as much personality as a talking head of cabbage, though. Think of the potential. Just no, I
don't think anyone.
Family on Christmas dinner.
Oh yeah. I think is this the cliffhanger? Yeah, this is the cliffhanger, and it's like ha 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 laughing.
Like, I know it's all for budget. Like, you can't do it for budget, but I want an alien companion that doesn't look human at all.
Honestly,
I'm tired of sci-fi that's just human-centric. I want, like, more out there stuff.
I want a companion from either the future or the past.
Yeah, I don't want any more companions.
I was so excited when I found out that Clara was going to be from Victorian London, and then
a Victorian character. It's like
I was like, hey, that's really cool.
Oh, you fucked it.
No, she's just another modern. I was going to say something and I forgot.
Girl from modern day Earth, I'm guessing.
What would like a good companion be for like a good time period for a new companion? Like, ideal.
Well, okay, they everyone's favorite companion. Well, I want to say everyone's favorite. If you've seen the classic series, you know that Jamie is amazing.
Oh yeah,
Jamie's great. And it's probably one of my favorite Doctor companion relationships is the Doctor, Jamie, and Victoria, because there you have the Doctor, who's a man from presumably the far future.
Actually, the far past, because Gallifrey actually is in Earth's like real past, and it's amazing.
Either way, and then you have Jamie, who's from 1700s Scotland, and Victoria, who's from Victorian London. Gee, that's creative, but I think that's just really interesting and allowed for.
Anyway, shall we give Part 4 a score?
Yep, I'd give it 10 out of 10. Isn't that what I gave it last time?
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. And I'm gonna go get a drink. So.
Colin, what would you give it? Because we both give it 10 out of 10.
I feel like if I don't give it a 10 out of 10, I'll be hunted down and exiled from the Doctor Who community, so 10.
So 10.
I also think it's a really good story, but...
Funny thing about Who Needs Amino, there was like some big drama about how like one user was being really, really mean, and it's like, how dare you express your opinion, using strong language. Like, it was, again, someone tirading against the 10th Doctor and 10 Rows and hating how it just doesn't work.
It doesn't.
Bad fandom. And then everyone's like, how dare you? 10 Rows is life. All spelled wrong, of course.
And those are the people that classic series fans exclude from the Doctor Who community.
Yeah.
But like you can have your modern day soap opera. We'll go ahead and take our well-constructed sci-fi stories.
Yes. And yeah, I get it. If you're a young kid, like if you're probably under the age of 10, I wouldn't recommend the classic series because you may not be able to deal with the pacing. Because it's a very different pace than what you're used to. But like I mean, I'm not saying all kids, because some kids can handle it, but others are like, I don't get it.
No, even I have trouble with a lot of the pacing in the classic series. Like stories like the Daleks is a really good story, but oh, it's a long slog. It is a
Yeah.
slog.
And what's odd is that seven parters can be done right. I mean, look at Inferno and Ambassadors of Death and
In
Silurians.
the Silurians, they're amazing stories. Never
And they
get
have
bored, in my opinion.
Inferno. I argue, I've gotten through Inferno in one go. I've been able to do. That's one of the few. That's one of the few stories that are over 6 parts that I've been able to get done in one go.
Yeah, no, I honestly tend to find it difficult to do 4-parters in one go. But yeah. Oh, I did finish The Chase. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I love the final few scenes. I love the battle between the Daleks and the Mechanoids.
Yeah, like the last couple episodes I really like, but I think that the problem with The Chase, and I'm going to compare it to The Keys of Marinus, because The Keys of Marinus is a similar sort of, story where each episode is a different adventure.
This is Terry Nation. Terry Nation basically just rewrites the same script every time.
But I think that what makes The Keys of Marinus work is the fact that you have a sense of, like, we need to do something, like they have an actual quest that they're trying to accomplish, whereas The Chase, it's literally just running away from the Daleks, and I think that kind of robs the story of interest. Like when they go to places like the Eiffel Tower, or not the Eiffel Tower, sorry, the Empire State Building, and
with Morton Dill.
What?
With Morton Dill from Alabama.
Oh, that was painful to watch. I was literally.
Sam and I both loved it. We both through that entire episode we couldn't stop laughing. Literally, our commentary is. If I wrote it down a transcript of commentary, it'd be ha 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 ha.
Oh, I can imagine that the Chase would be really fun to watch with a group of people, but I watched it on my own and I was like, this is just dumb, really dumb. But I honestly think that the Space Museum is infinitely superior. But
yeah, well, it'll be interesting. I can't wait to see Sam's reaction to Space Museum. Just because of how some people love it, some people hate it.
Yeah, well, for me, I think it's some of the most engaging and original sci-fi.
And it's pretty funny. I mean,
it's really funny too. Like, it is a comedy. And
like when Hartnell's being questioned in, I think, episode 2 or 3, that is hilarious.
And
I almost feel like there wasn't a script for that. Hartnell was just like, let's go crazy.
Yeah, and then there's a lot of Hartnell stories I found that were written to be comedies, basically, and people just don't get that and say, well, this is awful. Like the Gunfighters, for example. The Gunfighters is hilarious. I love the Gunfighters. I
know. Yes, the song is a bit grating.
I actually don't have a problem with this. I think it's used a few too many times, but it's a well-constructed song, I think. Like,
and remember, people would originally watch this one episode a week, so it's not like all in one go like most people do.
And with Hartnell, I tend to just do like an episode a night.
That's me in classical in general. I try to do like an episode and then go watch something else. Let the cliffhanger be a cliffhanger and hang a little bit, and then come back to it later.
Yeah,
that's one of the few things that got me through Delta and the Bannerman, because Delta and the Bannerman, that is rough.
I had to watch it all the way through in one sitting with my cousin. Same with the Twin Dilemma. And when I have to do that with a bad story, I tune out by episode 4 or 3 or whatever the last episode is.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think there are a lot of Hartnell stories that get a bad rap, but I actually quite like. I mean, Planet of Giants, I think, is an absolute hoot.
Yeah, Planet of Giants, I barely remember, is the problem. Honestly, that's one of the DVDs I really want to get because it reconstructed it into like a full 4-part story.
Yeah, I haven't watched that, but the story in itself, it's not the greatest thing in the world. It is just, a 3-part sort of filler episode, and episode 3 is pretty poor, but the first couple episodes are just so much fun because they're,
and some of the effects are just a marvel.
Yeah, like the all the giant props and everything, they look great. It's a really fun story, I think, and a lot of people hate it, but
I unironically hope they eventually start to re-release some of the stuff that was put out of print.
That really annoys me.
Guess who's back?
Now it's really hard to find the Web Planet, and I want to get the Web Planet. It's a bad story, yes, but it's hilarious to laugh at.
I still haven't seen the Web Planet, and I want to.
Never
but also, The Rescue and the Romans is out of print, and I really want to see those two stories. But
yeah, we've seen them both, and they're both really good. The Romans is my second favorite Hartnell of all time.
Oh, really? What's your favorite?
Yeah. Time Meddler.
I have not seen that one either, thanks to the out-of-print DVDs.
That is one you need to see. It is great. But anyway, moving on to part 5. Sam, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sync.
How many viewers do we have?
We have like 3.
Well, hi viewers. This is the most we've had. Thank you for watching.
I don't know. I didn't tell anybody about this. I don't think. But anyway, what shall we?
Watching. Cassie's watching.
What?
Cassie's watching.
Anderson?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Cassie.
Want to know what she wrote?
What?
She's like Chinese Jesus. I thought that was me. Because she went to China.
Cassie's whiter than white.
I know. I don't. Weird. She's commentating. Commentary.
I don't know. I mean, Chang's a pretty good magician. That's why I called him Chinese Jesus. But
He is. It's like, oh my gosh, Leela, this man is dead.
there's
I
a lot of
wonder how
people
that
who die in this story, I've noticed. It's remarkably dark.
Yeah, yet you still can't help but laugh at its jokes. This is why I love you, Robert Holmes. Why did you die in 1986? You probably could have kept Doctor Who on the air.
He could have
stayed alive.
made it so good.
Mm.
Yeah, and I don't really blame Pip and Jane Baker for that. I mainly blame Eric Sayward because he had finished Robert Holmes' script, and he had finished it with the way Holmes wanted to do it. But then he decided to get into a fight with J&T, and they had a falling out, and blah 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 blah.
I don't know. I think that of all the people they could have chosen to finish Trial of a Time Lord, Pip and Jane Baker is the last way to go with that.
Honestly, of all the people J&T asked to finish it, they were the only ones available to be able to do it in the short amount of time that they had.
Even if like Philip Martin had done it, I would have been okay.
Yeah, and Philip Martin, his track record is extremely interesting. I like his 2 TV stories, but all the audio work I've heard has been less than stellar. Again, Mission to the Magnus has its problems. He also wrote The Creed of the Chromon, which is just a rewrite of Vengeance on Varos.
Mm. Yeah, I see.
Except with scorpion people.
Oh, here's an important thing.
Yes, the Ice Age in the year 5000. Also, the Ice Warriors invaded in that year. Thank you very much. Honestly, Tom Baker being able to do all this technobabble in one take is amazing, all things considered. So it turned into a pig. So was it Dudley Dursley?
I'm asserting my dominance. You two are such big nerds. I want to be a nerd too, but I don't know enough about classic Doctor Who.
You don't know Dudley... Dudley Dursley is the evil cousin from Harry Potter.
I know who that is, but like, you guys are always talking about like all the episodes I haven't seen, and it's just kind of sad.
Oh, Sam, you'll get to this eventually.
Like, we're probably gonna be doing this for a long time.
The homunculus, or I guess, is there's someone inside of that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, in the universe, it's supposed to be like a dead pig's brain plus a dead human body
What?
plus robotic bits.
Are you talking about the pig alien that is?
Pretty much, it's the pig alien from Aliens of London in World War III. Yeah.
Ah!
Oh my goodness, I was so confused when I saw that.
Again, those two actors are actually Chinese.
So they're not just white. Wow, that's.
And Weng-Chiang, he's Australian.
What?
Weng-Chiang is Australian.
I love his freak out moments. They're excellent.
Yeah. You will have some candy of death.
Whoa. And there's one line that he says, and I can't remember what it is, but it's just absolutely stellar the way he delivers it. Where he actually uses.
I know what you're talking about, and we aren't ruining it for Sam if you think of it, because I'm pretty sure it's written on the back of the DVD box, but it is.
Yeah, it is. It is. That's what I'm thinking of, and I can't remember when that is, but it's a wonderful moment.
No.
It is glorious.
Fight for it, I am the one thing I can control.
It is up there with not the mind probe.
I wish my mind could get
Was
probed.
that the story?
That was 5 Doctors.
It's been a while since I've watched Five Doctors. I need to watch it again.
You know, because I watched it because I wrote a review for it.
Yeah. But you should do more video reviews.
Sam, videos are hard to make, and I don't have the time.
Hey, Jacob.
I'm busy. I'm studying for the ACT. I have AP classes. I'm gonna be in I have to be ready for Cinderella at school and Phantom of the Opera at Rock Valley.
You're busy. I should write reviews.
I have Scouts. I have Scholastic Bowl. My life is not simple.
My life is very simple. I am just a simple country boy.
I remember the first time
Why do I feel like Christopher Benjamin is just he accidentally came to work drunk that day and was like, I can do it.
He's really not that different in the scene.
Yeah.
You know, I remember the first time I watched this, I was really surprised because, you know, everyone, when they talk about the story, they talk about Jago and Lightfoot and how great a team they are, and I was so kind of surprised that they didn't even meet each other until, like, episode 5.
Yeah. Which, okay, yeah, but you can see it there, like...
Yeah, no. Ah!
Jago doing the smart thing and running away from the creepy hand.
I'd do that. It's pretty smart.
The lighting in this story is just excellent.
Yeah.
An absolute breath of fresh air after watching like a horribly overlit story like Dragonfire.
Yeah. Can we just all agree that classic Doctor Who DVDs in the US are really expensive?
Oh, yeah.
I get them off of Amazon, so they're a bit cheaper than they would normally be.
They're a bit cheaper, but when you don't have a credit card at your disposal,
Yeah.
and you only get to go to Barnes & Nobles every couple months, it's hard to choose which stories to buy.
Yeah, no, and last time I went, there were like 3 that I wanted to get, and none of them were there, so I ended up getting Planet of Giants and the Caves of Androzani instead. I'm really happy I did that because it's being taken off of Netflix now, so now I can watch the Caves of Androzani whenever I want.
Yeah, I know. So what stinks is that I wish that Hulu Plus at least kept the deal because they have a lot of the classic stuff that was put out of print.
Yeah. So is it going off of Hulu Plus too?
Yeah, it's going off of everywhere for a while. I think, and just until they get the BBC streaming service up and running, and then they'll put everything back in order.
Very well.
Jacob, did you make your updated collection video yet? Or
No, I haven't. I keep forgetting to. Also, I've been too busy, again, reading books for my blog, and I'm in the middle of a really kind of dull one by Gareth Roberts of all people.
you should also do a room tour of your brand new room.
I'm not going to do a room tour. There isn't much to tour. I have an armoire, a dresser, a TARDIS, a bed, a desk. That's it.
Show us all right now. Just give us the turnaround.
Okay. My bed, my eagle shrine, my dresser.
Oh no, you lit. Oh,
Yeah.
there it is. Nice dresser.
My dresser.
I see it.
My I'm hoping to my desk.
Angle your camera.
The armoire is over there, but I don't want to get it in case of copyright infringement.
Why?
And then the TARDIS is directly behind the computer.
Okay. Don't you just love copyright infringement?
Well, okay, that would be copyright infringement, but you know, everything. I've gotten like 3 copyright notices in the last 5 days on videos that I'd already taken care of the copyright deals with. Like,
Yeah, I got 2 of my videos removed, and I just don't care.
Yeah, I don't know. I got to the point where like I was getting copyright claims on all my videos for the music I use in my opening sequence. So I was like, why don't I just write my own opening theme? I have all the necessary like stuff to do that. So that's what I'm doing.
and you have the skills. I've heard some of your original compositions. They're quite
yeah,
good.
They're nice. I like them. Could you do something for my channel?
I'm actually premiering one, hopefully, with my school at some point. But that's a hope.
I love how Jago's like, danger, danger. Oh, no, I'd never do that. I am just a theatre manager fellow.
I am just a poor boy. Nobody loves me.
He's just a...
No,
No, wait, we can't. Even though singing a song is actually under fair use because it's a cover, covers are covered under fair use, I think.
Are they?
But it's YouTube, nothing.
Yeah, YouTube's like, we have that shit.
I love how sometimes it's like it's the big people that get it taken down, but like if someone re-uploads a video of those people, they're fine.
Yeah, no, and I've seen people who just literally upload full episodes of TV shows, and then when I use a couple of clips from a Doctor Who review, my video is blocked.
Wanna know what else sucks? Like, I only have, like, faint audio from the stuff I watch when I do reaction videos. Which, I know, reaction videos, but...
But, you know, at least you're not showing the video in its entirety and you're not blank-faced the entire time.
I could, because isn't it technically under fair use because it is the constructive and stuff like that?
No, no. What your typical reactionists do isn't, but what we do, I'm pretty sure it falls under more because this is more of us having a conversation.
Yeah, I do that for my Steven Universe ones. Hey, viewers, if you haven't watched Steven Universe, please watch it. It's really good.
I've seen a couple episodes and it's pretty decent.
Yeah, we gotta do more of those.
Yeah.
When do you want to do it?
The Opium Den! This is the Opium Den!
I love opium.
It's fine. I am high as a kite.
I am as a kite, an Asian kite.
An Asian dragon kite.
An Asian dragon kite. God, sorry.
I was dying.
You get the feeling that John Bennett has been waiting his entire life to do this monologue.
I know, it's such a good monologue. It's just one of those Robert Holmes, you outdo yourself every time.
Yeah, it's one of those do I have the right moments.
Yeah. Yet no one talks about it.
That's what I call excellent speeches from Doctor Who, is just do I have the right moments? Because, yeah, my favorite moment from all of Doctor Who is that moment in Genesis of the Daleks. But
That is going to be a very special live stream, because I have like 3 or 4 friends who have it on DVD. I have the actual DVD. A friend of mine has the actual DVD. Another friend has that re-release that came out with like the Daleks tin.
oh yeah.
Like, I'm very tempted to buy the Cyberman version of that, because that one's got Earthshock on it, and I'd love to just get Earthshock on DVD somehow. And Chang dies of an opium overdose.
That's how I want to go.
Is that actually how?
Yeah, that's how he. This is an opium den. He is high as a kite.
Yeah, but I thought he was dying of his leg wounds. You know, he's missing
It's
a
a
leg.
mixture of that because of what opium does to the system. Blah 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 blah.
I guess I don't know enough about opium, but
OPM.
I am. Don't ask me how I get my knowledge. I just have it.
Jacob, do we have any comments on the video?
I don't know. I haven't really checked.
We'll check.
I think we might. It is gone.
It's gone. So do we have any comments?
huh?
Yeah, this fellow called Sam Saletti says, "Where video, you stupid."
What's it like on the receiving end, Jacob?
It's hilarious.
I swear to God, every time I post a video, a reaction video, like my little commentaries for Steven Universe, there's always that one guy who's like, "Hey, where's the video?" Oh dear. Every single one of those. It's one of the most annoying things.
I like how Jacob's like, "Oh, please, can we go back? I'm scared."
Oh no, the scary Asians!
What?
We should deport them, build a wall. Trump has some good ideas. Charnel Dump is amazing.
You know what's a story I can't wait for us to get to? I can't wait for us to get to the Mara stories. Just
Kinda,
because
yeah. Snake Dance, not so much.
I actually really like Snake Dance.
I think it's okay, but it kind of dumbs down what was an incredibly complex and engaging story, just to make it more, suitable for the younger kids. And I think that Kinda shouldn't have been touched. Kinda's an incredible story.
Yeah, I'd love the Mara to return as much, but I know it'd be very difficult to do.
What's the Mara?
Ooh, that was.
Well, you know how I have. Well, we'll get to it, Sam. We'll get to it. I think you'll love it.
You think? Huh.
What, Kinda?
Yeah, Kinda and the Mara is just ugh.
Yeah.
It's
Kinda's actually going to be my next review, so
yeah.
when I
that is an episode just dripping with subtext, and like
yeah, which I'm not sure what it means, and I don't think anyone is sure what it means. So it's just going to be a review. I'm like, this is a deep story. Who knows what it actually is talking about?
I understand maybe half of it. It's harder to understand than Ghostlight, and Ghostlight is.
That was
hard
easy to understand.
Cut out, like,
But Ghostlight is just difficult to understand from a narrative perspective. Kenda's narratively pretty straightforward, but it just has a lot of stuff under the surface that's really...
I understood Ghostlight.
Yeah, Sam somehow still understood Ghostlight on the first go.
Yeah.
That's incredible. It took me 2 viewings to understand Ghostlight.
Yeah. It took me 2 viewings plus reading a review of it to try to understand exactly it, and seeing some of the deleted scenes.
Yeah, no, I want to see the deleted scenes, but I don't know. I understand it, at least for the most part, now.
Yeah.
Ooh, and we're coming up on the cliffhanger in about 5 minutes, and it's probably my favorite cliffhanger from the story. It's very...
Oh yeah, that one.
very good.
That and, like, the climax to Dragonfire are 2 of the most gruesome moments in Doctor Who history, Sam. Because the climax to Dragonfire, well, that's interesting. This one's also interesting for some similar reasons.
Yeah. See, I think that for me, the most cringe-inducingly gruesome moments of Doctor Who come in Modern Undead episode 2, I think, when you just have
I know what. Yeah, we know what you're. Remember Modern Undead, Sam?
No, I forget so much.
It was the Peter Davison one with the fake doctor.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that was just. That's just unpleasant to look at.
Yeah.
It's great, but it is.
Yeah, like props to that and the mutant from Revelation of the Daleks.
After this, I'm gonna watch Ghostlight again, but with our commentary on the background.
That'll be interesting because that was the second commentary we did.
The second? Oh man, that's gonna be cringy. Wow. We tried to remember our anniversary. Wait, didn't we try to do the anniversary episode where we watched ourselves in the past, or was that only an idea? Like
that was your idea.
That was my idea. Man, that's just yikes. Maybe for our 2-year anniversary of the live reactions.
Funny thing is, we didn't get through the first year of doing this, we didn't get a single Dalek story.
No, we didn't.
That's unfortunate.
Sam has only seen 2 Dalek stories. Evil of the Daleks, which is great but mostly missing, and The Chase, which...
Oh my god, The Chase.
Morton Dill from Alabama.
I love him.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Other than Genesis and Genesis, Revelation, and Remembrance, I don't think there are any like absolutely amazing Dalek stories from the classic series. Oh, Power, but
I swear that character needs his own.
I'd argue for Dalek Invasion of Earth is great.
Dalek Invasion is really good. I really like it. I wouldn't quite put it into classic status, but
it's only classic because of the ending.
The ending is one of my favorite Doctor Who moments of all time. It's beautiful.
And I really hope we get to it before we see the 5 Doctors, so Sam can feel the impact of the beginning of 5 Doctors.
Yeah.
5 Doctors, what's that?
So I kind of missed it. Why are they getting into the cabinet?
They're trying to get it to save the Doctor, because evil dragon statue with the pig. It's a dumbwaiter. It's like
that's a dumbwaiter. Okay, that makes sense. Why would they put him in a room with a dumbwaiter? That's super idiotic.
Funny thing is, this isn't the most compromising tradition that Jago and Lightfoot have ever been. And it is. So the audios are hilarious, just because it's. Part of it, I've heard that part of it, like, part of Christopher Benjamin's dialogue for the audio drama series is like, here's the scene outline, Benjamin, have fun.
Oh my. What?
It's like, oh dear. Right? I said we should have gone back.
There's an unusual amount of tomahawks in this story. If this was Kenda, I'd be saying, what does it mean? What does it mean?
And it's like, a cricket bat! A golf club!
It's like, yeah, I could bash some heads in with this.
Anything.
She wants to use it as a spear. Oh, it's the cliffhanger!
R.I.P.E. Get your hands away from me.
I love how he misses.
And it's like, oh no! No, you are not chloroforming me! I'm a strong woman! I'm gonna take off your face!
Damn. Whoa, what was that? Whoa. Dear.
I'm gonna take off your Velcro mask.
Right?
It's kind of interesting when you stop to consider that Lila's the only character in this story who actually
You're right. No one's... So yeah, that was his face, Sam.
Ew. Ew. Ew.
How do you think that happened?
Ew. I don't know.
I think you
Well,
could
you know-
the words time lash.
Oh,
Yeah.
Time Lash. Time Lash is gonna be fun.
What?
Oh, Time lash is wonderful.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
It's like an inside joke that I don't get. What's Time Lash?
It's bad. It's like Twin Dilemma bad.
Oh no.
But it is hilarious.
Actually,
It is hilarious in its badness because the writer originally meant for it to have the Daleks in it.
oh god,
They're
There's
not in
enough
it?
room for the plot as it is.
What?
Yeah, and it was meant to be like, oh gosh, it was just, oh, the images that are flashing before my mind's eye are just, oh gosh. Oh, Colin Baker, what? You should have, yeah, anyway. Moving on, what would you score part 5 of Talons of Weng-Chiang?
10. It was good.
Colin?
10.
And just to be different, I'm going to give it a 9.99 plus 0.01. So aka a 10.
You're a
Fine.
pain, Jacob. You make everything too difficult.
We can just all agree that this story is amazing. Is up there with Planet Pyramids of Mars as some of the greats, right?
That's great. I love Pyramids of Mars, though. That's
Pyramids of Mars is incredible. That's another one I need to watch. Every time we bring up stories and I'm like, that's one I haven't seen in like 2 years. I need to watch it again.
Yeah, I now have an excuse to buy the Pyramids of Mars DVD. What's nice about Pyramids of Mars is that you can get it. It's pretty cheap for a DVD.
Yeah, no, I got it for only $15 at Barnes & Noble. It's only like...
Yeah, Barnes & Noble. That and City of Death are both two pretty cheap stories that I should probably pick up, because I love them both.
City of
And
Death.
City of Death, oh, when we get to City of Death, Sam, I hope you brush up on your Douglas Adams.
City of Death is hilarious, but honestly, I think I laughed more in The Creature from the Pit, to be honest. The Creature from the Pit has
Creature from
really
the Pit.
witty dialogue. And I'm
Anyway,
like,
moving on to part 6 of Talons of Weng-Chiang.
yeah, Weng-Chiang.
I'm going to continue torturing Sam with clap.
Gosh. Are you doing it?
Alright, ready, Sam?
Yep.
Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sync! Part 6. Part 6 out of 6.
Yeah, Doctor Who time.
and it's kind of funny because with most stories, part 6 is where it kind of falls apart, but not with this one.
Yeah, no, it just gets even better.
Yeah. I like the concept of Weng-Chiang's character. That, of course, we'll discover in this episode. But
Yeah, it's really interesting, and I'm kind of sad. It's kind of saddening that they didn't do anything else like with Weng-Chiang, or like the idea behind it, not even in the new series.
yeah, you know, I think that I think that this is one of those stories that you can really only do once, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's one of those original, well, maybe not entirely original, but it's for Doctor Who. It's an original concept that works really well, and I don't think it would work too well, you know, with a sequel. Like, I think it would suffer from what Snake Dance does, which is that it just dumbs down a really good story.
Yeah, I know that there are 2 sequels, ironically, to Pyramids of Mars, There's The Sands of Time, which is a novel that I started reading, but I got I got kind of bored of it, and I just don't want to read this anymore.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know what people's obsessions with like sequels to classic stories and bringing back classic villains is. It's like I would rather see a really good original concept done before a reused concept.
Yeah. I mean, okay, there are some classic villains that I do kind of want to see back eventually. Like,
Yeah.
I'd love to see more done with the Autons, because those have never been used to the full potential.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Autons personally.
The idea terrifies me. It's like every time they appear, like at least 5 years later, they'd be much more terrifying if they reappeared because more stuff has become plastic.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you have plastic phone cases. That would be, that would kill you. Crush your skull.
Playing the good old Oculus Rift and oop, you're dead.
It's like, oh, give it to me. Okay, here, have a jelly baby.
Only Tom Baker would offer a Chinese god a jelly baby.
Well, they say he's like, I don't know, a god that likes to cause pain. I mean, they look like babies.
Oh, God. Here, you want to eat a baby?
Yeah, it's just a bar of soap. It's gonna clatter.
Hey, don't drop it.
When I'm crowded, I get...
Give me the key, the magical key, the time key. Key.
Like, don't trust a man with dirty fingers. Oh, Tom Baker.
When is the line? I can't remember. Probably towards the end.
It's near the middle of this episode. And it is... Oh, the glory. Sam, you'll know it when you hear it.
Okay.
I can promise you that.
It brings to mind a certain Family Guy joke.
Oh. It's it. Oh, there are so many Family Guy jokes. Like
I don't like Family Guy.
I don't like it either, but I think it has a lot of funny bits to it. I think King of the Hill is a far superior show.
Oh, King of the Hill. I hate that show.
You don't like King of the Hill?
No, I've never once laughed at that show.
Oh,
Yeah, there are very few comedies that'll make me laugh.
For me, it's 30 Rock. 30 Rock is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
That and Mock the Week.
I think the last time I laughed was, that I laughed seriously was watching... Oh, what was the last comedy I watched that was really good? Every comedy in recent memory has been awful.
Yeah.
Could you really classify it as a comedy?
Like, another one of those spoof films is coming out this weekend.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
It looks
Can
awful.
I just stop making them, please?
No, because they make money for some reason.
We've got to have money. Money makes the world go round. The last thing I laughed at, like, really laughed at. Oh my goodness. Jacob, you know Anita Sarkeesian?
Yeah.
She released another video. Guess what it was?
What?
About butts in video games and how we over-sexualize female butts in video games. You want to know what it's called?
What?
Strategic butt coverings. It's just talking about how all men's butts are covered in video games, even though it's not true.
Oh, we're getting close to the line, Sam. I'm pretty sure. I have a massive headache.
I don't.
Oh, this hangover is killing me.
Is this where you do the cooking? And the puppet goes up the dragon.
That was a bit questionable.
There's limits.
Most so-called technologies that used to be used in the scientific market. Taking off my time.
Everything Weng-Chiang.
What?
Don't mind me, our eyes are just glowing.
Same.
And of course they have to play chess.
I am Magnus Grill.
That's just a powerful name.
Oh,
The Butcher of Brisbane. See, he's Australian, which makes sense why he's crazy. Australia is a penal colony.
Enemies of the state. They were used in the advancements of science. They were slaughtered.
You know, it'd be really funny if this guy was Tegan's, like, descendant or something. I mean, Tegan's sassy enough to make a descendant this crazy.
certainly feisty enough.
You know, for the next companion, can we get a companion like Tegan, who's just crazy, like, I'm gonna call you out on everything.
I'd love to see someone like Magnus Grill as a companion who just is ranting to the doctor constantly. He's like, yeah, alright, let's just go, okay?
Like, or I'd love an older companion where it's like, I don't care, Doctor. That doesn't make any sense. Yes!
Doctor and Australian guy.
That's... Take them... I love how the doctor's allowed to say, take them with you. Here it comes! And of course, Leela! Still being amazing.
Oh. Out of context, that would have been a little questionable.
Thank goodness my parents are upstairs. They would think that's a bit racy.
It's nothing compared to some of the to some of the stuff in like Torchwood, but
Yeah, but Torchwood's for adults.
Torchwood has sex ghosts, sex gas, isn't it right? Oh my god.
Oh.
5-year-old Sam was uncomfortable watching that.
Here it comes, Sam.
Okay.
oh my. I'd love to see a ranting contest between Magnus Grill and Davros.
I think if that was to happen, the universe would explode from the crazy.
Oh, yes. That would be so excellent.
I'd love to see a drinking contest between Henry Gordon Jago, Bernie Summerfield, and River Song, because I'm pretty sure River drinks quite a bit.
There's still that great line in The Name of the Doctor when she turns the tea into champagne or whatever, and Jenny's
Yeah.
like, "How did you do that?" And she's like, "Disgracefully." I loved River before she, well, went downhill. I still
Yeah.
love Alex Kingston, and as much as I will protest if River returning because her story is done, I can't deny I'd love to see her again.
Audio dramas, they are happening.
Oh yeah.
First been released, and the reviews are like saying it was really good. But then again, they had some of their best writers on it. They had John Dorney and Mac Fitton.
Why don't you come down from there? Talking because I wouldn't make you feel it up good, is that it?
Yes, the pig is sulking.
Oh, the pig.
Why do I feel like the pigs realized he's gone crazy? I need to kill this man.
Man, I wish somebody would kill me.
Don't mind me, I'm just gonna stab you.
Okay, so Leela's line here, I completely misheard the first time, and I had to rewind it to see if I had heard it correctly.
What did she say? Die.
Bent face. I had to turn on the subtitles. I heard it as bent face the first time, and I was like, "Wow."
This is where the line comes in.
Holy crap.
No, better wait for you. She will be the first mortal in my regeneration.
Kill me any way you wish. Unlike you, I'm not afraid to die.
We shall see. Bring the tigers here.
Here it comes.
Here.
The process was considered the most painful of all. I'm pleading for anything with this.
I shall not plead. We are both in the bed here.
Yes, Doctor Who companions of before the new series were all screaming girls, right?
It seems like that remind me why I love Leela so much.
Yeah, it's like, here I am. Oh, you want to kill me? I am not going down without a fight.
She basically just said, "I will chase you down in hell."
Yes. You know, people have actually said it would have turned better if, like, in the Invasion of Time when she left, it wasn't because of Andred, it was because of that Time Lady that she fell in love with.
Yeah, no, I hate her departure so much because it just devalues her character.
Oh, don't worry, Andred and her live a happy life, and then Andred dies early.
I don't care. The fact that she leaves the Doctor just for a man is just so not Leela.
Especially, I would find maybe, you know, they actually had some more than, like, 2 lines together.
Yeah, I know. I was like, when she left for him, I was like, wait, did you two ever speak in this story?
I mean, it's honestly, it was either going to be that or they kill her off, and I really didn't want her to die.
I would rather have had Leela killed off than her departure. It was bad.
I wouldn't have because plainly because I like what the novel writers have done with her and the audio writers have done with her afterwards.
Oh, she's tied up. That's. Ooh.
Oh. Hello.
You said it.
Weng-Chiang! Flash! Oh my gosh. Have put Sutek, Magnus Greel, Morbius, Sharon Jack, Davros, Syl, and Anthony Ainley as the Master, all in a room together. It would be.
All of those except for Sherazjek, because Sherazjek is less ranty, I think, than the rest of them. He's a lot more subtle.
So Jacob.
Yeah, but he has some great stuff.
Yeah, he does.
Or maybe the other villain from Caves of Androzani.
Oh yeah, Morgus.
I was skipping around in the Ghostlight video, and we look way younger than we look now.
I know. A year changes you.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
really
watch
does.
any of my early videos anymore because I'm like, my voice was really high then.
Oh yeah, I found an old video from way before I had my first YouTube channel. Like, I don't know when I made the video, but it's really cringeworthy. It's amazing.
The one thing I've always loved about your stuff, Colin, is that you never were like, you were not, even though you were really young, like you weren't at all like, you were still kind of a serious critic. You were like, I'm gonna call this out for stuff.
Yeah, but I didn't really know as much about like what makes a good story as I do now, and I looked at things a bit too subjectively, and now I try to look at them more objectively. It's like, if a story is crap but I enjoy it, I'll at least say it's crap.
Yeah.
But it's a guilty pleasure.
I mean, I love watching Terror of the Vervoid.
I don't.
It's not.
I find it pretty boring.
Yeah. And I love watching basically anything from season 24 minus Delta and the Bannerman. I'll admit.
But I think that Paradise Towers is a legitimately good.
Is legitimately good. It still looks really silly.
It has its silly moments, but I think it's a decent story.
Yeah, darn, a year really does change me.
Sam, you especially, because just if you look at yourself, your forehead has changed so much. Just like it's grown.
Oh yeah, I have a large forehead now. Like, where'd it come from?
Like, and I'm actually losing hair.
Oh no, Jacob's going bald.
My hairline is starting to recede from the stress of a bush.
Oh, you gotta see some real.
Mine isn't stress. Mine is just I have extremely high bodily chemicals because of medication that has screwed up my insides so much.
Want to see me from 2011?
I'm blind in one eye, okay? So I'm blind in my left eye, and it screwed up my pituitary gland, so I cannot grow without medication.
Oh.
So, like, that's just screwed up my levels of stress, so I get overstressed about things, I get understressed. I am...
A while back, I found my old student IDs from middle school. You want to see what I looked like?
Oh, please. Are you sure? Oh my gosh, Sam, that is...
And then I gained a bit of weight in 2012, more into 2013.
Then you lost it.
Then I lost a bit of it. This is... I don't know where this was ideas, but I don't really need it. This is me in first year of school.
You as a freshman was just... Yeah, no, your hair was like... Your hair was much blacker.
Yeah, it is. And this
the
is
way you change.
Sophomore Sam,
And now Weng-Chiang is dead.
Thank goodness.
Or is he?
Ooh.
It's like,
I love that one.
I want to check and see if he's really dead. Oh, he's dead. He's. Well,
I love the line that Leela just said, where Lightfoot's just like, why do you call him Benface? Because it is.
Yes.
I've changed.
Oh wait, there's still a pig.
I'm going.
Pig wrestling.
I've heard of cat fights before.
Okay, this is one problem that I kind of have with the story. What happens with Mr. Sin? Like, out of nowhere, he's like, I'm gonna go on a murderous rampage and kill everything in my sight.
I mean, when in doubt, kill them all. That's what my grandma always said. I also have, like, baby photos of me, and it doesn't look like me at all now. Like, unlike baby Jacob, because if you've ever seen baby Jacob, which none of you have, he looks about the same. Baby Sam does not look like Sam at
Do
all.
you know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man? Do you know the Muffin Man who lives on Drury Lane?
Hey, Muffin Man.
Yeah, why can't I have 2 lumps of sugar?
Fucking
You know, she makes a good point.
does. What if I want 3 lumps of sugar? Honestly, like I like sugar. What is a lump of sugar anyway? Hey
A
guys,
spoonful.
come here. What is a lump of sugar anyway? Like
Oh my god, Sam, your hair is really long.
it is. I was mistaken for a girl a lot.
I was gonna say, you look kind of...
Then it's really short. Like, hey guys, let me out the man.
Jago still thinks that the doctor works for Scotland Yard. And it's like, oh wait!
That was
And that...
I appreciate the fact that it ends on a picture of the villain turned good guy. I think that's nice.
Well, that ends Talons of Weng-Chiang. Sam, part 6, give it your rating?
10 out of 10 for sure.
Can I just say we all gave it a 10 out of 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, that worked.
I want to
Oh.
show you guys a cringy video, and since it's not copyrighted, it's oh dear. You guys ready for
Anyway, Sam, what would you give the story as a whole?
As a whole, 10 out of 10. Is this even a question?
Yeah, I know this is unsurprising, but this is just so good. But
It
thanks
really is wonderful.
everybody for tuning in. Now it's time to do the important thing.
Oh, right, I
Of
forgot
picking-
about
Time to pick the next story. Come on, give us something good. Don't let it be Delta and Bannerman. I don't want to have to sit
I want to
through
know
that
what
again.
this is about.
Also, Time Lash. Oh, that would suck.
Let's see. I am
Hey,
getting
can you show
one.
everybody my really cringy video so they can have a voice that matches what I looked like back then. 'Cause
All right,
gotta
I've
get
got it, and it is Invasion of the Dinosaurs.
Yes!
What?
That's one of my
Yes!
favorites, actually.
Oh, Invasion of the Dinosaurs. Ooh, we can get Zach in on this one.
Ooh, Zach.
Oh, how I love Invasion of the Dinosaurs. It truly is one of my favorite stories of all time. It's a
You
legitimate...
have this on DVD, I'm guessing, right?
Oh, I do. It's... Yeah, like, I put it on at number 7 on my top 10 list. I really love it. Apart from the dinosaurs themselves, which are a bit...
This will be interesting because Invasion of the Dinosaurs.
Oh man, that sounds amazing.
But all right, we're gonna